Are you ready to fuel your fascination? Hello there, curious minds! Did you know that objects can gain or lose electric charges? It might sound surprising, but it's true. Today, we are diving into the deep world of electricity and discovering how charges moves in different ways. From sparks that jump when things got touched to surprisingly effect without a contact at all. Be ready for a charge adventure as we explore conduction, induction, and friction.
Di pinapansin, ingay sa tabi, magulong kapaligiran, sa'yo lang ang tingin. Di pinapansin, ika'y paiikutin ng dahan-dahan sa gitna man ng daan.
Sophie's curious mind couldn't let it go. She decided to dig deeper and understand what exactly happens earlier when their hands touch. Little did she know she was about to uncover the science behind the shocking moment.
Ways of charging an object, conduction, induction, and friction.
In Ben and Sophie's case, one of them had an extra electrons, giving that a hand a negative charge. The other hand was in neutral, meaning they had an equal number of positive and negative charges. When they touched, the extra electrons from the negative charge hand moved into the neutral hand, which causes a tiny shock they felt.
This flow of electrons, when it happens through touch, is called charging by contact or conduction. The shock they felt was just the energy moving from one person to the other, as the negative charge balanced out between them.
So what happened earlier? I think it's called charging by contact or conduction. That's how when electricity moves from one object to another when they touch. Next is induction. What does that even mean?
This video discusses charging by induction. With charging by induction, it's a method of indirect charging, so there's no direct contact between the left-hand sphere and the right-hand sphere. Also notable is if the left-hand sphere starts out with a negative charge, the right-hand sphere will end with the opposite of charge, so positive. If it were the other way around, if this one were positive, then we get negative over here.
In induction, like shown in the video, charging happens without direct contact. When a negatively charged object, like the balloon, comes near a neutral object, it causes the charges within that object to rearrange. In this case, the negative charge on the balloon pushes the positive charges in sphere A closer to it, while the negative charges are repelled. Once the balloon is removed, the charge in the sphere spread out evenly, leaving them both charged. This process is called induction, where the charge is transferred through a force field, not by direct contact.
So, induction is when charge move without touching. The balloon just pushed the charge around with its electric field. Charging by friction or rubbing? So what kind of charging is that?
When you rub balloon with your hair, loosely bound electrons loses their place and stick to the balloon. Now balloon has more electrons than neutrons and it is negatively charged. And as the balloon come near your hair, balloon will attract your hair towards it because of the rule that opposites attract.
Charging by friction occurs when two objects are rubbed together. The friction causes electrons to transfer one object to another. In this case, rubbing the balloon on the wool cup causes the balloon to gain extra electrons, giving it a negative charge. When the balloon is brought near the hair, it pulls the positive charges in the hair, making the hair stand up.
Wait a minute. We did something like this in class. That's charging by friction, when the balloon picked up electrons from the cloth and made the hair stand up. So to wrap it up, charging by conduction happens when charge moves through the direct contact, like when Ben and I touch. Induction is when charge rearrange without touching, like the balloon and the spheres. And friction occurs when rubbing objects together, transferring electrons, like when the balloon made the hair stand up. Electricity is everywhere, and now you know how it's created and transferred.